All right. I'm live and back home. I'm alive and back home. Both are true. How is everybody doing today? I hope you are having a good day. It's a very happy Monday. We're going to get started with some good stuff, some amazing stuff, some timely stuff that you need to know if you want to take advantage of a few things. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for the very, very nice happy birthday wishes over last week. I really do appreciate that. I did have a very good time, a very nice drive. The snow was not too bad. The streets were interesting when you were in the cities, but on the highways, just fine. All right, and I didn't do this Friday because I was driving. I did not plan ahead properly. It took longer than I thought. By the time I got back, I was just too exhausted to do a video. So, got a lot to catch up on. I saved a few things for tomorrow that are not time sensitive, but some of the stuff is. So, we're gonna do this today. Hello, Jackie. Welcome back. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to everybody. All right. I think I've got these centered. I've got a Facebook thing and then a lot of Insta stuff piled on here. So want to make sure you guys can see everything. Don't forget that there was a new trailer. I'm not going to do a breakdown of the trailer. We've had several trailers. But I do suggest you go to YouTube and check out the trailer because there's a new trailer and there's a couple of new images there involving Fanny and Brianna and a couple of extra lines we didn't get in the other ones involving Jamie and the precarious, the possibility of his death soon. So, yeah, to go check out that trailer. But when it comes to the premiere of season 8, we knew that those spots were filled and we hoped that possibly they would expand it. An hour from now is another chance to get in on that New York premiere. Outlander Stars shares this. Miss your chance to RSVP to the Outlander premiere event, the final gathering in New York City on March 2nd. More RSVP slots will open Monday at 11 a.m., which is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. OutlanderPremierGathering.com. Look, they gave us a link and everything this time. If you have already received a confirmation email, please avoid RSVPing again to leave the opportunity for other fans to attend. RSVPs do not guarantee entry. Attendance is granted to registered attendees on a first come, first served basis. The website will reopen Monday. So, does that mean you RSVP? You could go there, be there at the hotel, and get up early and go get in line and not get in still? Stars, you can do better than that. This is not your first rodeo. But for those of you who are willing to take the chance and go, Outlander premiere event, the final gathering happens on March 2nd in New York City. And again, they have added some new RSVPs. In less than an hour, you could go and try your hand again at getting an RSVP for the premiere. All right, let me know how that goes. I know a couple of you got in, which is awesome. Let's see if we can get a couple more folks in there. A couple of convention and bits of information. Star Fury Events wants to let us know that the Highlanders 9 has some people coming. Alexander Vlahos, who I would really love to meet him. I enjoyed him more on Irish Wish than in Outlander, but that's because of the character, not because of his acting. Very enjoyable. Would love to be able to meet him. Very cool. We've also got Joey Phillips going to the Highlanders 9. Again, Star Fury presents. This is July 17th to the 19th. So you've got time if you're like, well, I don't know if I can go next week. It's not next week. It's the middle of the summer. You got time to plan. And in my case, save up enough money to make sure you can not sleep in your car. And then we have another name, Andrew Gower, which I'm still upset he was not able to go to the gathering at Sassenach City this year. Would have loved to have met him, but meet Andrew Gower at the Highlander 9 again, July 19th to the July 17th through the 19th, 2026. There's too many numbers, and so you can get a chance to see all three of these lovely gentlemen if you're heading to the Highlander 9 convention. And again, this is Birmingham, so make sure you're actually in the right country and everything. LandCon Paris lets us know that Chris Fulton is going to be showing up. I believe he was there last year. Was he not? I feel like he was there last year. I've got a clip of him being somewhere, and I think it was LandCon Paris. But he's another one we'd love to meet. He did a fantastic job on Outlander, is also on Bridgerton. So why not take a. And I know we don't really care for Rob Cameron in general, but Chris Fulton it looks like a hoot. I think I've got a clip of him there. Yes, I do. So let's take a look and see. Would you like to meet the fella?
Chris Fulton, Bridgerton, Philip Crane. Yes. Have a funny story about this actually. So when I first stepped on to Bridgerton, it was my first day and I checked into the hotel. And it's Philip Crane, but it's actually Sir Philip Crane. So I went into the hotel, it was about 8 o'clock at night, and I said to the gentleman behind the desk, I'm here to check in. And he said, no problem, sir, can I take your name? And I said, Chris Fulton. And he checked the computer, and he said, no, we don't have any Chris Fulton. Could it be under another name? And I said, it could be Netflix. If I'm part of the kind of Bridgerton show that's staying in the hotel. And he typed again, and he said, I have nothing here. There's a couple of rooms. And I said, it might be Philip Crane. And he said, Sir Philip Crane. And I went, yeah, I guess. And he went, but you're not actually a sir. And I went, no, I'm Chris Fulton. And he went, oh, okay, because I thought a real sir was coming to stay at the hotel tonight. And so I booked you into the presidential suite. And I was like, I'm happily for this evening to be Sir Philip Crane. So I went up into the room and I was like, wow, this is how the sirs of the world live. It was very, very nice. So that is my Sir Philip Crane Bridgerton story. I enjoyed that for 2 evenings, and yes, it was very nice.
I like that. That's funny. Talk about an accidental upgrade. Who wouldn't love that? Yeah. All right. So now we know when we're going to put our names in for something to be at a hotel. We are dame and or lady or so that we can get that free upgrade. Thank you, Chris. Well, probably works better for men and you're like in England. I don't think it'll work here in the States. No one cares here. No. Okay, fun bit for Richard Rankin, who's season 2 of Rebus is returning. This is a little off center, so I do apologize for this. As Scotland's determined detective joined Rebus return in season 2 BBC thriller. The BBC has officially renewed Rebus for a second season, with Richard Rankin returning as DS John Rebus. This adaptation of Ian Rankin's novels follows Rebus earlier in his career, which we found that out when season 1 was coming out. Sharp, tenacious, and willing to bend the rules when necessary. Viewers can expect the same moody, atmospheric Edinburgh setting and intricate, character-driven storytelling that made the first season compelling. All right, fantastic. Doesn't say like any kind of is it coming next fall. It says new season also broadens narrative. Doesn't say when. But we'll find out. I'll let you know when it's going to be coming out, because then we can all watch these things together and then get irritated and stuff together. Another bit of fun stuff here. The Housekeeper, Caitriona, girl, we know you want to keep busy, but geez. Okay, so Helena Bonham Carter, Caitriona Balfe, Emma Laird, join Anthony Hopkins and Richard Eyre's Daphne du Maurier inspired romance, The Housekeeper. Oh my gosh. So it says from Balfe Nation, Caitriona Balfe to star in the titular role of Downie in The Housekeeper alongside Helena Bonham Carter, Anthony Hopkins, and Emma Laird. I'm more excited about the Helena Bonham Carter because I'm such a Potterhead, but But this is very cool. Sir Anthony Hopkins, too. I'm going to work with some people, man. It says The Housekeeper, the evocative romance that fictionalized the inspiration behind. I almost think I got away with that pronunciation the first time, so I'm not going to do it again. Rebecca, and was first announced by Variety in 2024, is gearing up to start production. The BAFTA winner and Oscar nominee Helena Bonham Carter also Caitriona is nominated for an IFTA, in case we haven't gone over that. Not a BAFTA, but an IFTA this time. She got, spread it around a little bit. Sorry. And Golden Globe nominee Caitriona Balfe, Belfast, Ford versus Ferrari, and the fast rising star Emma Laird, The Brutalist, 28 years later, have joined show alongside the already announced two-time Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins, the father, The Silence of the Lambs. I don't think anybody here within the sound of my voice would not know who Anthony Hopkins is from something. I mean, literally, the man has been in just everything. Set against the wild, brooding landscape of Cornwall, Downie, that's Balfe, is the housekeeper at Manderville Hall, a grand historic house owned by the wealthy and widowed Lord Granville Withers Hopkins. When the young writer Daphne de Maria Laird arrives, Downie is drawn into a clandestine and intoxicating affair. For one, it is an all-consuming love. For the other, an awakening of long-suppressed desires. Their fragile secret threatens to unravel under the watchful gaze of Adelaide Bonham Carter, Lord Grenville Withers' calculating niece. Ooh, that does sound. Yeah, we got a bunch of people doing good stuff. Got interesting stuff going on. In case you are unsure of who we are talking about, there's Helena, there's Caitriona, and I keep forgetting her name. It was just my own fault. What? Oh my gosh, what did I do that again? I keep wanting to say Ellen, and I Emma Laird. Sorry, I'm sorry, Emma. And then of course Sir Anthony Hopkins. That's very cool. That's very cool. I mean, to be able to work with a cast like that, that's a lot of names that you want to be working around. So very good on everybody, really. And I'm excited to see this one. It's a bit of a different kind of a romance for Caitriona. So it'll be interesting to see how she plays like the awakening of understanding feelings, and then of course there's the don't get busted side of everything in a drama with a lot of wealthy hoity-toities. Interesting. And next up, pictures and fun stuff from our cast. I got a couple of different things from folks. Charles Vandervaart, of course. It says, is it too late for a 2025 post? No. You can always do a picture dump or image share. We do not mind. We will check them out. It's always good to kind of see him and where he's been, what's he doing, because the guy travels quite a bit. I don't think I see him too often turning down conventions or not working in some way. So nice photos of 2025. He got puppies. We love puppies. Oh goodness. No, don't do that. You could fall down and hurt yourself. Don't do that. Biking with a helmet, I can get behind. Okay. Much more reasonable activity than let's hang off a cliff. Okay, and very cool. See, I wonder if he bikes more often at home or when he's out and about. Yeah, I would figure I'll have to keep that in a question thing in case I get a chance to talk to him again. Oh, we went to an event with our dudes. That's very nice. I'm guessing a friend of his got married. That's nice. Oh, I've seen this one before. He's super mad at poor John, just kind of standing there. All right, because he's not tall enough for the cape. It might be the problem. I would be crabby too. Horseback riding. It's another reason for me to slim down a bit. I would love to do some horseback riding again. Have not gone in a long time. You look very serious, dude. Go do a push-up. Oh, I'm guessing he's in Sydney. I don't know. I feel like he might have been in Sydney. We know there was a Sydney convention. Ooh, and a concert. Yes, love to go to a concert. Live music is one of those things where it's either going to be really, really good and you're going to love every moment, or people are not playing their best. The sound isn't quite right, and you're just like, oh my gosh, get me out before my head explodes. Very cool. That's a nice view, really. Oh, and I would say Canada, but really anywhere, especially the last couple of weeks. Uh, and we know he was growing his beard for a reason. It's for upcoming part, so I'm excited to see that as well. Thank you, Charles, as always, for the very interesting array of photos. Got a little something from Graham here too. It says Ian de McGilvery says, "What an occasion and celebration with the man of the moment and good friend, Mr. Graham McTavish. Fabulous time had also with Sam Heughan, Duncan LaCroix, and all the gang. Still calling them the three wise men well after Christmas time." All right, so we got quite a few pictures here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is. It's all of them, isn't it? Yay! I'm yay. Sorry if you have your headphones on and you just got a big yay in your ear. That's very cool. Oh, and I know this is like normal. They just got dressed, but still, I'm just like, oh, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. Oh, that's nice. Is this back to their, or just a gathering or their wedding? It might be their wedding. Graham and, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't remember the place settings for their reception, so I don't recall for sure. But I feel like wedding vibes are going on here quite a bit here. Graham showing off the back of his knees, so we can see his kneecaps. It's very upsetting. Uh, here we go. Very lovely table settings. Very cool. Oh my gosh, and at the castle and everything. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too cool, too cool. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing that. I don't know if it's Ian. I'm saying Ian. I'm saying Lynn, aren't I? Ian. Probably just an Ian, and it's just an extra I in there that's throwing me off. At any rate, thank you for sharing it. I apologize for the mispronunciation. Maria McTavish sharing this. Are you ready for more books? My offering for February. I'm still percolating the book club idea, just trying to work it out. In the meantime, enjoy these. He's got a few more books for us, and of course, we do like to hear his suggestions.
Now, while I'm thinking about my book club idea, I've got a few more books to share with you that I think you'll like. Now, I'll start with this one. This is about the Battle of Britain, the history of the Battle of Britain. The Most Dangerous Enemy by Stephen Bungay. I've read it a couple of times. It just never ceases to amaze me what those pilots went through during the Battle of Britain. Really just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. This one by my dear friend, sadly no longer with us, but a wonderful, wonderful man in every way, Terry Jones, writing about barbarians and how barbarians weren't really barbarians. It's a fantastic read if you're interested in that period of history. Denise. I do apologize, Denise. I just gave you a man's name.
Nothing to say, buddy. I do it all the time.
Mina. She has written some fabulous books, and this one is one of her best, Garnet Hill, set in good old Glasgow. So please check it out. She's a great writer. The Worst Journey in the World. Yes, no, not actually an account of a trip with Sam Heughan, but the Antarctic, part of Scott's expedition in the early 20th century. And it is unbelievable. If you thought the story of Scott himself was extraordinary, Scott and Oates and all the rest of them, that extraordinary tragic story, this, you couldn't make it up. Okay, on to In His Majesty's Service by Naomi Novik. 3 books in this one, and it takes a wonderful premise of the Napoleonic Wars, of which I am a huge fan, or sort of, I love studying them, and introduce dragons. Yes, there were dragons fighting during the Napoleonic Wars. It's just that we didn't know about it. And finally, back to the Antarctic, Beryl Bainbridge, The Birthday Boys which is about that expedition. Scott, wonderful writer. She really, really does bring it to life. So that's 6. Enjoy them. Let me know what you think. Well,
Again, a nice little variation, eclectic collection of book choices there. That's pretty cool. They threw dragons into a story that's like real history. That's fun. Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Graham. Always like to see what it is he suggests. I like that. Yeah. I personally really get into anything having to do with the British monarchy, literally from 1066 on, and even before 1066, because I like the naming of the kings. You know, we've got Henry VIII and Elizabeth II, and they were like so and so the sleepy, or I'm blanking right now, but I like the naming a little better before 1066. Because that's a reset. They reset after a little takeover there. Anyway, Tim Downie shares this one. It's just a little catch-up picture. It says, an excellent meeting at Ebury Books, talking all things debut book, exciting looking at cover designs for Rituals, a folk journey through the British Isles. Available to pre-order now in hardcover audiobooks. The Kindle link in his profile. Yes, we're having a little book room, anything to Philip Droughtlander. Okay, I know this won't be out until after, but then we'll have the longest Droughtlander ever, unless they do a movie, in which case it'll still be a long Droughtlander. We'll have to wait. So filling our times with books is not the worst thing for a lot of people. That's how we got Outlander. Yes, I mean that's how we all got Outlander, thanks to Diana Gabaldon. But for those of us who watched it and then read it, cool. And for those of you who started reading it in 1992. Had to wait forever to get a series. You know, we like our books. We like our books. They give us good stories. All right, more stuff here. Oh, yeah, okay, so this one will probably get me in trouble, and I may have to cut it later. So if you're here for the live, good news, you're going to watch it now. If not, you can go on Instagram and see this. But Stars gives us a little something fun. This family is tightly bonded as PB&J journey cakes. Which moments of togetherness give you the most warm and fuzzy feelings? And yes, they are going to share that with us. And I just thought I'm going to share it with you guys, rather I get in trouble.
Family bonding moment, I actually think, is when Jemmy goes to touch the kettle and Roger screams stop, and that's when he finds his voice again. I know it's a very sweet family moment.
I also think when we find the mole on Jemmy's head.
And then they know that Roger's the dad.
Peanut butter.
Some food.
Peanut butter
was good
that
fun.
scene was probably one of the best.
Dinner tables are always a nightmare. I feel so bad for the crew. It was like herding cats. Everyone was so badly behaved around the dinner table. I don't know why. I think just everyone together.
We get too excited because we don't all get to see each other very often.
Yeah. When Brianna finally finds her father, Jamie, and kind of confronts him in the town, and they have that moment where it's very tearful and they have that big hug.
I think one of my favourite family moments is probably after young Ian has accidentally murdered Merdina Bug. It was just a beautiful moment of, like, I think Ian beginning to struggle with something again, and then Claire being there to catch him.
Well, there was a day where they would often leave all the babies with me because it was like you have to bond with them. And you're all lined up.
And Robbie was here being very small.
So me and Robbie were singing to baby Joni, going, "You're a tiny, tiny baby." And all of a sudden the baby starts screaming and crying, and you went, you know, if you were singing a song to me about being tiny, I'd probably cry too.
I'd cry too. There's so many family bonding moments.
I like our dinners alone together.
If you had to choose Fraser family or Grey,
I love all my families equally.
which is more fun?
You know what? Maybe the favorite family are the friends we make along the way.
You can join the Frasers. You can stay with.
No, you're my favorite. You're my favorite.
That's the right answer.
Best family bonding moment.
Yeah, Charles, which family is the one you really like? That's not fair. You can't do that to him. He's a nice guy. He's not gonna want to pick. Those are fun. Those are cute. You know what? There are just a lot to pick from, really. I mean, for any of them, honestly, yeah, gosh. Well, and like if I were like David Barry choosing my moment, I think the moment that Jamie says goodbye and leaves young William with him. That's like an incredible family moment, even though it's not getting together, it's breaking apart. But that's the official formation of this family that he had. Yeah, so yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for it, but I don't care. All right. Danny Movie shares this, and I probably should have grabbed it off Sam's, but we're just going to do this. It's a repost from the Sam's Instagram. He was waiting at the airport, got delayed. These things do happen. What do you do when you are a famous star at the airport while you get your steps in?
Here we are, peakers. I am getting my steps in at the airport. Very much in preparation for the Commonwealth Games in Scotland this year. I'm so excited, and I was so excited to speak to you all tonight with the Commonwealth Foundation, who are going to tell us a little bit about the amazing work that they are doing. However, my flight is delayed. I may be in the air when I was supposed to be on the air or on a live with you guys. Hopefully I do get out of here. There's a lot of planes sitting around and a lot of flashing lights. However, I'm sure I am going to get out of here at some point today. If not, I'll just keep on walking. Maybe I'll walk back to Glasgow. However, fear not, we are going to reorganize our Instagram Live, perhaps this week. We'll speak to the Commonwealth Foundation, and hopefully you guys can come and join us. Until then, I'll keep getting my steps in, and, well, here we are, peakers.
I do laugh about that because, see, I think he's kind of repeating himself. Hold on.
Glasgow for the Commonwealth Games 2026. I'll see you soon. I'll see you all on our Instagram Live and in Glasgow for the Commonwealth Games 20.
Yeah, that's just a little thing, and then here's the little advertisement. Let's see, are they gonna Friday, February 6th? Okay, cool. Friday, February 6th, 10 a.m. They're redoing it. Alrighty. So hey, see, I have a useful thing here. It's not necessarily timely, but we wanted to know this. If you guys want, for those of you who don't do Instagram and are gonna miss this, I'll record it and post it for you all so that you don't miss it, because they usually record it and post it on there, and then I can record it and post it. It's a whole recording posting thing. 1 p.m. Oh, okay, cool. So it's not 10 a.m. because 1 p.m. on a Friday. We should be good. Yeah, we should be good. All right, guys. That is everything. That is everything. That is everything. That is everything I have for today. Yes, I did go live when I should have pre-recorded today. I didn't want to get back in the swing of things. I didn't sleep real well last night. I don't know. I was fine. My problem is I think I got used to going to sleep when I wanted to and waking up when I wanted to. And then this morning the alarm went off. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm doing this again. Surely you need to graduate from school so mommy can sleep past 5:30 on a weekday. I really need you to do that. Work on it, okay? Be gifted. Be Sheldon. And go to college by the time you're 13. Okay? Cool. She can't hear this, so it doesn't really matter. Hello again to everybody who came by. Hello, Jackie and Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. I made it home. Suzanne, hello. Good to see you back. Thank you very much. Jackie, haven't seen Rebus. Okay, well, we need to figure out like a good week where you can do a BBC free week trial or one of their cheap months and check it out, because see, then you could watch Karen Peary and Rebus. Yeah, see, yeah, okay. If they're on the same streaming service, I haven't checked. I do the trials like a month at a time and then cancel them, so I'm not very good at it myself. I'll have to check and find out how we can do that. Because yeah, love my crime shows. I do. I love my crime shows, and I like a good British crime show because I like to see the difference in the laws and how things are approached. Someone is calling me. Why are we calling me? Someone very far away is calling me. Suspected spam is calling me. No, I'm not going to talk to suspected spam. All right, everybody. I hope that this was a good start to your Monday. I do apologize for not having more over the weekend or Friday. Like I said, I got driving, I got caught up, and I was just too exhausted to mess with stuff after bringing everything in. So I will be a little more up on it. I don't have a movie picked out for this week. I need a movie picked out for the week, and I didn't pick one out. Oh, I'm slacking. Maybe I'll make a post later if I could think of a good movie. You guys, let me know if there's one you'd really like us to chat about. Something new. Or at least something that's not so old that we're all like, oh my gosh, Katie, where are you pulling these movies out of? All kinds of places. I need to find something. Maybe we won't do a movie this week. Maybe I'll get myself all set up. We're going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to talk to myself, but I'm going to talk to myself off camera so you don't have to listen to it. If you enjoyed this little catch up on things, please do give me a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down and comments. Either way, tell me how you really feel. Do not forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed and you find yourself coming back here on a regular basis. That way you can hit that notifications bell and know when the new videos do come out. Big thanks to everybody who supported me on this channel. Whether it's a membership or viewing or sharing, a one-time contribution. I just want to thank all of you for being a part of this channel and giving me a reason to get up and do things other than make sure my daughter has a braid in her hair and clean clothes on before she goes to school. I've reached midlife. Yes, I have. And it's sometimes you're just like, why am I getting up out of bed? Okay. To everybody, just be safe out there. Be careful. I know that there's still quite a bit of activism going on because there's a lot to be active about. So just be careful. Be safe out there. Don't push your luck, but always make sure you can hear make sure your voice is heard, because that's kind of our thing. And I think that's everything right now. I'm still getting back into the groove, so I apologize. But be good. Be kind to somebody today. Do something that's an extra kind thing. I know a lot of you are kind every day, but sometimes it's hard to fit in. Sometimes you're not around folks. Try to do like one extra kind thing that you wouldn't normally do. All right? We'll all work on that today. And yeah, we're going to call that a day. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. If you want to check out some of the videos that I put out last month, please do check the playlist down below. And of course, no matter what video you choose, weird purple-haired chick will just be gabbing at you.